readers, I just want to say there are a lot of open chairs up there. Don't be shy. Fill them in. There are a lot of people standing. Don't feel bad.
They're better than the other chairs.
Yeah, they're like really comfy.
They have armrests. I think they're made out of leather or something.
This is a comfortable reading. Yeah? Alright, y'all figure it out. There we go. Takers. So we have 3 fiction readers tonight, and I overheard that they are all going to read fabulous fiction, which I think is fabulous. So we'll get started. Our first reader is Kendra. Kendra Fortmeyer is a youth librarian with her MFA in fiction from the New Writers Project at UT Austin. She edits fiction for Broad, a literary magazine for women and genderqueer writers, and has been published in One Story, Black Warrior Review, The Toast, and elsewhere. She will attend the Clarion Science Fiction and Fantasy Writing Workshop in San Diego this summer. That's awesome. And her favorite ice cream flavor is oatmeal cookie dough. I can get down with that. Kendra. It is tremendously touching to see all these faces in this room. There's a terrible, deadly storm brewing outside. We're in the middle of the biggest, freest party in all of Austin all year. There's so many reasons for you guys not to be here right now, and you are instead, which is really amazing. So thank you. I'm going to read 2 quite short stories in the spirit of South by. They're about breasts and social anxiety. So here we go. This first piece is called The Most Perfect Breasts in the World. One day, Eddie decided to find the most perfect breasts in the world. The most perfect breasts in the world, of course, did not belong to anyone. That would have ruined their perfection. What if she were a jogger? What if, horror of horrors, she kept them hidden under ill-fitting sweaters and read post-structuralist theory and insisted on talking about rape culture? This would not do. No, the most perfect breasts in the world lived on a pedestal in a temple under thick glass and lots of lasers. It was the most logical way. But Eddie wanted the breasts for himself. He saw pictures once in National Geographic and was enchanted. They were so round, so pert, so slightly just larger than the hand that when you fondled them, you felt like your cup running over. Eddie's cup had always been a few drops shy of half empty. He thought about the breasts, how he would squeeze them, and how he would feel like rich people felt when they dove into their bathtubs full of money. Over brunch, Eddie's mother sighed. It's an awful lot of money just to see some knockers. Eddie flushed. You wouldn't understand, Ma, he said. What happened with that girl Linda? His mother asked. She had very nice breasts. They came out more peevish than she meant. She wanted to say, are you sure this quest for perfection isn't a way for you to feel in control of your own loneliness? But she just said, I liked Linda, and watched her son's face grow distant and closed. Eddie flew from one airport to a smaller airport to one smaller still. He boarded a bus, a jeep, a boat run by people who didn't speak his language. It was a long journey to the breasts. On either side of the river, the trees looked the way jungles had in books he'd read when he was young. At the temple, he paid $35 to stand in line with the other tourists who were taking selfies and complaining about the lack of internet. He closed his eyes and pretended he was alone. He tried to feel holy. He was one tiny pale dot in the universe, drawing near to something vast and quiet. He tried on the word destiny. When Eddie finally crowded into the dark, humid inner chamber where the breasts lay on their pedestal, he felt disappointed. They were smaller than he had expected, with a guard glowering nearby. A German couple asked if he would take their picture with the breasts. Outside the temple was a gift shop where one could buy all number of breast-related paraphernalia, like postcards and pop-up books and t-shirts that read, I racked 'em up at the Sun Temple. On the boat and the jeep and the bus ride home, Eddie was silent. He stared at every woman who went by, at every pair of breasts. How lively they looked, and how soft, in tank tops and t-shirts and ill-fitting sweaters. How they would feel in the palm, the fullness of a cup running over. This next piece and final piece is called Leonardo or Lenin or Princess Diana. It has been a long, strange winter. There was the thing with John, which was a mistake, and Jenna quit speaking to you. There was the water main, your sister's accident, that haircut. When you look back toward November, you feel you are standing over a field strewn with invisible boulders. Everything is deceptively calm and idyllic, with no plausible explanation for your bruised shins. On top of it all, your turtle is sick, or possibly dead. When you went to the basement to change the laundry, it was spread-eagled in its aquarium, shriveled beneath the glow of the heat lamp. Its tiny legs looked desiccated, as if someone had sucked out its life with a straw. You cannot explain this to people at the party. The shock of seeing a dead thing, the small barking twist of your heart. You didn't interact with your turtle much. You had given it a succession of names when you brought it home, names witty and pop cultural. You liked the idea of being a person with a turtle called Bukowski, or Liberace, or the Republican Party. But now the turtle has died, and you can't remember the last name you called it. You stuff your clothing into the dryer and flee without cleaning the lint trap. When you open the door to the party, you are awash in a flood of light and laughter. Everyone shouts your name. Hello, it is you. People give you hugs, drinks. You have Alex and Tiff and Dana and Clint and Zig. You have more drinks than you have hands. People listen to your stories. They want to know what you think. For the first time since that strange November, you feel warm. When new people come in, you shout their names. You hand them drinks. Everyone laughs and laughs and laughs. Gradually, though, you become aware that your phone is buzzing in your pocket. You are holding hands with Rhea and laughing with Loretta and being slightly offended by Roy, but your awareness of the phone is insistent now. It whispers, someone wants you. And it could be your sister, or Jenna, or John. It tugs at you like an undertow, and in that undertow you feel magnanimous. You feel somehow taller. I'll be right back, you say, ducking to the quiet back porch. You pat everyone's faces, you squeeze their hands. Hold on. Out on the porch, you see that it is an unknown number. Your chest inexplicably feels filled with stars. Hello, you ask? Hello, the voice says. Is this poison control? The voice sounds a little shaky. You feel a little shaky. No, you say, like it's obvious. Shouldn't it be obvious? Someone might be dying. No, you say again. This is not poison control. Don't call me, please. Call the proper authorities. You need help. Yes, the voice says, still shaky. And then, as if you've been useful, okay, thank you. And the line goes dead. You stand on the porch a long moment. The whole night feels fragile, the world beyond the lawn swallowed up by dark. In the dark, there is not very much distance between you and that person on the other end of the line. Just luck and common sense. A failure to swallow your toothpaste or drink bleach. When you blink, everything flashes in negative across your vision, bright. Everyone shouts your name when you come back inside. Oh my gosh, they shout, you missed it. What? You say, what? They shake their heads, their eyes are shining, their faces flushed. You kind of had to be there, they say. Oh, you say, well, can you do it again? It wouldn't be the same. They gaze into each other's eyes, traces of smiles stain their cheeks. Somebody says radish, and everyone dissolves into laughter. You smile along, not sure why. You try to think about radishes all by yourself, the potential humor that could be within, the shape, the rootiness. You wonder if they're poisonous. When no one is looking, you collect your coat and go. When you get home, the dryer is buzzing. You walk through the rooms of your empty house, the benevolent glow of the party cooling on your skin. You turn on every light, but it makes everything just seem hollower, the couch sagging, the dark windows gapping in the walls. Reluctantly, you climb down the stairs to the frozen basement, each step the beat of a mantra. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look at your sad fucking turtle with its shrink-wrapped legs dead alone in its aquarium. But impossibly, your turtle is standing. Your turtle is alive! You run and press your nose to the glass. On the other side, your turtle chews a red cabbage leaf beneath its heat lamp. It blinks at you with small amber eyes. You stare at the miracle that is your turtle, that is Tolstoy or Stephen Hawking or Mother Teresa. You begin to laugh. You're alive, you say, you're alive. You snap a picture, you apply a filter. You think of witty captions. I am Lazar Tortoise, come from the dead. Maybe something longer, more emotional. Maybe something Jenna would see and understand. But these constructions fall flat. The stillness of the basement is rich and warm. The night outside is so cold, and you are already in your socks. You slip your phone back into your pocket and watch the cabbage leaves shiver silently in the pebbled world behind the glass. There may be a pun there, but it is already fading away, replaced by the poison control caller from before. The knowledge that if they called again, you would say this: everything will be okay. Sometimes the terrible things are wonderful things just waiting. Or you would say nothing. It is a thing you could never explain to anyone, even the dying. How whole you can become in the face of so small a thing. How sometimes you need no one else to see.